But also what's happening in real life all the time, if you're on social media and you catch yourself not liking a post, and then you go to the next one and you like it, and then the next one you don't like it, and then you look at the comments and you don't like what half of the people are saying in that is ramping you up just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. If you go to work and you don't like who you're working with, that's ramping you up all day. So you're at a constant kind of a low medium state of sympathetic. And what will happen to you over time, you will start to fatigue out because your body is not meant to be in that much sympathetic overload. It wants to head back down. Parasympathetic and sympathetic, that chill mode and that fight mode, they're in a constant tug of war. They're working together to keep us in check. But the problem is, and what we're seeing, with our office and the patients that we're working with, we're seeing everyone is just a little bit into that sympathetic mode all day long. And what's happening is those people are starting to fatigue out because the key hormones in sympathetic is your epinephrine and your norepinephrine, that's what Dr. Agan was talking about, that adrenaline that fires you up. And it's not as much the highs, it's the kind of medium to low highs medium to low all the time that is really stressing people out over the long term. So the things that we're seeing on the internet, the people that we work with that are not good influences on us, all those things, they play a huge part in the way that our body is trying to maintain that normal balance every day.
I love how you explain that because, really, I think a lot of the times too, if we really look at what the eyes are taking in and really how even the brain works with our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. So conscious thinking is, what's right in front of us. We're aware of what we're doing. But a lot of the times, even with social media, the media in general, it's a subconscious, poison, so to speak. So because they've designed a lot of these with marketing and the way things are delivered to you to creep into your subconscious. And we've talked about this with technology. It is amazing these days. It is fascinating to me how quick it moves, how technology is constantly advancing to make our lives better. However, we need to hit pause at some areas of that. Not everything is that easy. Not everything should be hand delivered for us to take in all this information. And what you're seeing, especially with the younger patients or the younger parts of society, these kids are overstimulated. There is so much going on with screens, with the way the world is. The school system's totally different than how it used to be. I feel for these kids, but and that's another driving force to this podcast, is to educate and to help support and maintain the health of this country and how it's rolling. It's very unique times right now, and I think this is such an important topic because we're seeing this so much in the office. We learned it in school. We get out in practice, we're adjusting patients, watching them go through care plans, get better, and then COVID-19 happens. This changed the world in an instant, and we've seen patients go through so many, you name it. From losing their job, losing their spouse, and financially they're in distraught because of the way we're in sympathetic overload. We can't even think past the weekend because we're trying to survive all the time. And so I think this core principle, to be honest with all our viewers here, it's the truth. And that's what I think we're so driven to help people, is because it doesn't get much realer than this. And if we can enjoy, and to be honest, it's a clean slate of what we thought of the body before, because as the dynamics of healthcare change, we're noticing that preventative maintenance is the key to prevent disease down the road. And our thoughts are directly related to the nervous system as well. And that's something, as we get into stress and how that affects the body can't tell the difference. And it's like you said, it's just trying to keep that balance in itself. But you got to look at it too, is we're seeing a lot of hormone issues these days, from testosterone boosting to, with the thyroid issues with females. A lot of the times hormones are chemical messengers. So if those are constantly getting burnt out, you're going to alter the function of those. It's directly related to the nervous system, again, which is the brain and spinal cord. So if we can keep that balance, and there's other techniques and strategies, that's a whole foundation of our podcast, is to deliver these tools to allow patients to feel that. And I think we could talk about it till we're blue in the face, but until you really experience that, and that's why we try to give you these real life examples, it's going to change your life when you can learn to control that.